Welcome to What's It Like, the podcast where we find out what it's like to have various different professions and personalities from all over the world. Today, I'm here with Charlie George.
Hello.
And we're going to be finding out what it's like to be an academy footballer. Welcome to the show, Charlie.
Thank you for having me.
So you're an academy footballer, right? Which means you dedicate most of your time to football and trying to become professional. So what does a typical Monday look like for you?
A typical Monday. Well, because we're still in college years, I do have to do some education. So we've got 4 periods in a day.
Yep.
And period 1 will be like education stuff, like sports related. And then period 2 will go to like a gym that's local to obviously like where we are based.
Yep.
And then period 3 we're back in education, and then period 4 we'll train.
You'll train, and how long do you train for roughly a day?
About an hour and a half.
And do you do some recovery before you go home, or do you?
If we've had a game like the day before, we might we might have a dedicated period for like recovery, but we don't typically. Like usually, all your recovery stuff you just do at home.
All right. And you said you typically do some gym work on the weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
What do you typically tend to do in the gym?
Well, we do have like a personal trainer that works at the club, and he's like assigned us a program that we're meant to follow. Some of us just don't.
Yeah.
But it's more like about like explosion and like just like general core movements and stuff like that.
So you have to build up your core, build up your explosive power for when you're on the ball.
Yeah. But there's also like there are other things that like just general sort of.
Is it typically dedicated to your position because you play?
I'm pretty sure all of the programs are the same.
They are the same. Okay.
But yeah.
And you play what position?
I play centre mid.
Centre mid. All right. You're more defensive or more attacking? You say?
Well, according to my coach, he literally says like I'm pretty much a dedicated number 8, so I pretty much do both.
Okay. So
but if I was to do either, I'd probably be attacking. But I think on Saturday I'm playing CDM. So
okay. So you're versatile. Then.
I guess, yeah.
How many matches do you play a week then, on average?
It's pretty much. It kind of depends on the week. Like next week I don't have a match, but last week I had 2, whereas this week I only have 1. But like we play against other college teams on Wednesday, and then we're in another league on Saturday. But it just depends when they sort of overlap. But it's maximum 2. But there's also other cups and stuff. I think the most a player's played in 1 week is 3.
3, okay.
Which is difficult.
How do your leagues work then, and your cups? Is it how a normal football league would work, or is there a slight difference? Because it's
a lot of the cups are national.
National, okay.
But we are in a county cup, which we are out of.
Okay.
But yeah, and the leagues are just like a typical league. I don't think I'm allowed to say what league we're in for privacy reasons, but like there's not like anything special about them.
Nothing special.
No.
Okay. And on when you say you have about 2 matches a week, so on average 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the build up to the matches, how do you go about warming up, and how early do you have to be there before the match?
This actually really annoys me about the academy. We have to get there so early. We get there like an hour and a half, and we're just sort of waiting around for like half an hour before the coaches even come in.
Bit of wasted time should be.
There is a lot of wasted time.
It's time for this or that. In this section, we will give Charlie 3 would you rather questions, starting with, would you rather score a last-minute winner, but it's a tap-in, or a last-minute equaliser, but it's a screamer?
Last-minute winner, mate.
Last-minute winner?
You got to win the games. I don't think there's...
Classic league game. You'd rather score a last-minute winner tap-in.
I mean, if I'm top of the league by like loads of points, it really doesn't matter if we draw, then maybe the screamer. But like, it doesn't... I don't think there's many situations.
So you'd rather bundle it in from a corner?
Yeah, I'd love to, mate.
Half volley, 30 yards out.
I'll be happy to score. I've scored 1 goal this season.
Oh, wow. All right. Next up, would you rather score an own goal or miss a penalty?
Miss a penalty.
I'd rather miss a penalty. No own goals. Have you ever missed a penalty?
I have. I missed one in the school game. You were there.
Brilliant. It's supposed to pretend we don't know each other. But...
Oh, shit.
Shit. Yeah, I was there. I do remember you missing that. No own goals. I've scored an own goal in a school match. That was fun. Yeah. Long time ago, though. Long time.
I scored an own goal against Essex County. I can't say who I was playing for, but I ended up playing for Essex County a year later.
Oh.
But
I scored no goal.
I scored an own goal. We went 2-0 down, and we lost the game 2-0.
You always knew you were going to join them. Just give them a
Yeah,
little bit
exactly.
of
I was just getting on their side,
Finally, would you rather play under Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola?
That's a really good question. I've never thought about that. I'll say Mourinho. Because I feel like if you're a centre mid under Pep, it's like really systematic.
Yeah.
There's not too much expression.
Pep's
Like
full system. Yeah.
you see like Bernardo Silva and that, you see him dribble and everything, but like you get more expression under Mourinho.
Yeah, Henri said that. He noticed it when he came into Barca.
Yeah.
He wasn't as happy under Pep because it was so systematic where he had to play. He didn't have the freedom.
Yeah. But the thing is, his system wins games. So to be fair, Mourinho wins loads of titles and stuff.
Mourinho's won.
I don't know. That's a really good question, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Mourinho.
You'd rather have Mourinho.
Mate, it's my dream to play under either, to be fair. That's mental.
Now it's time for the people's questions. In this segment, Charlie's going to be answering the questions you guys want the answers to. First up, from Ted Francis, what are your favourite boots to wear?
My favourite boots are Nike Tempos. It's not even close. I don't even wear like any other pairs
When
of
was the
boots.
last time you wore a different pair of Nike Tempos?
I think probably like 4 years ago.
4 years?
Like I never don't wear Tempos anymore.
Very loyal to boots.
As soon as you switch to leather boots, you'll realise like the normal synthetic, like I can't say what I want to say because I don't want to swear. But
You can.
oh, fair enough. The synthetic material is absolutely shit. It is terrible. Like if you get studded, it kills. It's so bad. So once you switch to leathers, like you'll never not wear leathers again.
Never not wear leathers. So you're
No.
very.
I'm never going back, mate.
Never going back. Would you? I know you obviously changed what pitch you're on. But would you rather wear metals or molds on a typical day? You could choose either.
Well, we wear molds every day because we train on Astro.
Yep.
So I've probably worn them in more. So if I was to wear my metals, it'd probably just hurt because they're not worn in properly. But like, assuming they're both worn in, I don't think it really matters. I can't really like give an answer to that.
All right. So you don't have a preference between Astro or grass, or do you?
I prefer Astro by miles.
Prefer Astro.
The thing is though, like it's like a spectrum where like the best grass will always be better than the best Astro.
Yeah, I hear this.
But like a bad grass is so painful to play on. Like it's especially like dribbling as well. Like it's just so much harder.
Like Deanery Hill Classic, like
Deanery Hill,
proper bubbly. Yeah, bad grass.
Back in the day, mate.
Very bad. Next up, we got a question from Billy Delutrelaw. What do you think is the hardest position to play on the football pitch?
I think there's different ways to judge it. I think in terms of like mental toughness, it's probably goalkeeper because like the whole team is relying on you in a lot of big moments, and one mistake can like just straight up lose you the game.
Yeah.
There's obviously you can recover from some, but like it puts you on a big uphill battle. So I'd say mentally goalkeeper, but physically I would say it's between a wing back or like an 8, a box to box.
Yep.
Because you just have to cover like the whole length of the pitch in either, and it's so like physically difficult. And especially like when you come back from pre-season, like you are knackered. Obviously you get used to it during the season, but like I'd say physically it's between them two.
So because you play in that number 8 role, I take it you'd rather be physically challenged than mentally challenged when it comes to football, when it comes to sport.
Well, because of like the size of football and like how passionate people are about it, it's always going to be a bit mentally challenging because there's always going to be like, I don't know how to describe it. There's always going to be like something going on, or there's always going to be like someone in the stands in your ear.
Yeah.
Like there's always something to sort of overcome. There's always someone better than you. There's always this, there's always that. So you do need to be mentally strong to make it in football, no matter where you are. But I think physically the hardest is number 8, yeah.
Have you ever played any other positions other than your typical centre mid? And if so, which one was your favourite?
I started playing football as a centre back.
Centre back.
And then just randomly one game I played right wing.
Right wing.
I think I scored like 2 goals or something. Played quite well. And then I ended up playing on the wing for a very long time, probably like 5 years. And then I got moved into cam because like winger and cam, like a lot of skills transfer between the two of them. and especially if you're better on the ball, then playing centrally, it just means you can do what you're good at more because you get the ball more, and you've got more sort of options. So I got moved into cam, and then over time I've just sort of retreated back to 8.
Slowly
But,
getting pushed back.
I would say my favourite position to play is probably number 8. I don't think I'd want to play anywhere else.
You happy with where you're playing?
Actually, no. I played striker for a little bit, for like a couple games before I left that team. But I'd still say number 8.
So in that number 8 role, are you happy to come short at centre backs and be on the half turn? Or would you rather a long ball that you can head?
Oh mate, I love it. Give me the ball.
What, on the half turn?
There's no point playing football if you don't want the ball.
Okay, that's a very good point. Because, would you say you are quite strong at headers though? If the ball is played long, could you win your headers?
Although I'm quite tall, I can win the header, but I am absolutely terrible.
No direction
at headers.
at all.
I cannot direct them. Like from corners, I don't even get put in the box anymore.
Don't even get put in the box
because I just
have to sit on the edge.
I would not hit the target
Pointless.
at all.
You jump high, you're tall. And you
I can jump quite high.
Yeah, you just can't win headers.
I just can't direct them.
No
I think
direction.
I've scored 2 headers in my time, and that's quite poor considering I'm quite tall as well.
How long's that been then? When did you start playing football?
I started quite late, to be fair. I started when I was like 10, 11.
Okay. Oh my God.
But 2-headed goals in 6 years? It's not what you want.
great. No.
It's not what you
Considering
want.
the level you're playing at as well.
Also, one of them was a friendly, and it's from a corner.
Okay. What about your rest days then? Yeah, your Fridays while you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, but not today. On a normal rest day, what activities do you get up to?
It sort of depends how I feel because sometimes I'll like just go to the gym, get moving. I'll probably do something more like upper body based, more arms related. Because if you do something like back or like core related, I feel like it does affect how you play a little bit. Because like when I injured my back, I did not realize how much I used my back.
Oh yeah,
like mate, you can barely walk.
It's the center of everything. Yeah.
I don't know if it actually affects how you play, but like in my head, I feel like I shouldn't do it because I know how much you need it, and then if you've fatigued it the day before, so I'll usually go to the gym, do something as I said arms related, or I'll just do some recovery methods at home like stretching, massage gun, stuff like that. Usually it's just a chill day. I don't usually do too much. Might go out with my mates.
So you're very wary about what you're training, not to be in prime condition when you play the matches.
Yeah. Like when I moved up to the academy, like I started taking things a lot more seriously because now that I'm playing against players that are as good as, if not better than me, like if I'm lacking because I haven't eaten the right things or because I'm tired or something like that, then I will just get pushed out the squad. So I know some people might not think it's that deep, but like for me, it means a lot because I hate being on the bench. Like it's the worst thing to me. I want to play every game.
You want to play every minute. You want to be as good as you can.
Yeah.
You mentioned your diet there. Is it as good as it could be? What does it normally consist of? Like,
my diet I wouldn't say is completely great.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do slack a bit, but like on match day specifically, before a game or before training, I always make sure I eat the right things. It's just sometimes after it, I'm a little bit poor in that sense. But like I'll always make sure I'm eating something like protein, carbs. I always have pasta before a game.
I was going to say, do you have a favourite pre-match meal? Yeah, pasta.
Just pasta and some tomato-based sauce, mate.
Do you ever have early games and you have to remember that Wayne Rooney tweet from a long time ago, complaining about eating pasta so early?
On Saturday, we pretty much only play at 3, but
Okay,
because of the light levels now, so we've had a couple kickoffs at 2.
Okay,
But like it's just generic Saturday 3 p.m.
Do you typically play under floodlights then, or not? Is there ever matches?
Recently, yes, and in cup games that we have on like in evenings, then yeah. But like it's usually during daytime, yeah.
Alright. So in the academy scheme, do you have different? Like, do you have under 18s, under 21s? Whereabouts do you lie in that? Whereabouts do you play? Or is it...
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about this.
Okay. Yeah.
But like what I will say is our academy has 3 teams.
3 teams.
And I'm usually sat in like the middle one.
Okay.
Because the top one is mainly the older years.
Older years.
Because there's the academy's like under 17s, under 18s, under 19s. So the A team, shall we say,
Yeah.
mainly consists of the 18s and 19s. I think there's only one 17 that's like consistently in it.
Obviously, you're
So-
first year at this academy.
Yeah.
First year.
So I typically sit in the B team, but like I've played 2 for the A, and I think I've played 3 or 4 for the C.
Okay, so you're sitting probably higher than you should be for the. If you'd look at age-wise.
I'm sort of just on track, I guess. Like
that's good.
the B team is mainly under 17s. We have a couple under 18s or 19s drop down for like if they're injured or if they're just struggling or something like that.
So, would your say you've got to go into college the day after a match?
Mhm.
Would that college day change based on if you had a match before or if you didn't?
It sort of depends, but usually like the only real change they'll make is if it's like a Tuesday, instead of going gym, we have double training, and the same goes for Thursday. Like if we had a match on the Wednesday, which we usually do, like Thursday period 2 or 4 training, we might go into the gym and then just do like some foam rolling, stretching, recovery stuff. But like it doesn't usually change too much. I know that there's this deal with the third years. I don't know why we don't get it, but if they win on a Wednesday, then they get like the first half of Thursday off. So it's because they've got first team training later.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Is there any recovery exercises that you really don't like when you're recovering from a match or
Foam rolling.
foam rolling? Can't
Absolutely
stand
hate it. Like also I've got really bad wrists
it.
because
Okay.
I've sprained my left wrist twice, broke it once. I've done something else to my right wrist. Like they are so unstable. I get it a lot at the gym, and then when I'm foam rolling, like because your hands on the floor like flat,
Yeah.
it just kills my wrists.
So you foam roll all parts of your legs then? Is there any-
We're meant to, but usually I
You
just
just skip
I
it.
cut it short and then just do like some massage gun or stretching or something like
Ever do ice baths, ice packs, or anything after matches, or only if you're
that.
interested?
I typically will have a hot bath.
Hot bath.
Do you know what Epsom salts are?
Not sure. No.
It's like it's like a salt that you put in the bath water,
Yep.
and it like assists with muscle recovery and stuff.
Hmm,
So usually I'll just opt for that, but there has been a few occasions where I've had to have an ice bath.
So you try and keep well to your diet.
Mhm.
There's some recovery exercise you don't like, but you try to do them
I
as much
don't
as you
like
can.
I don't like
You
foam
don't like
rolling.
foam rolling. Your diet is okay, all right. But if you had a cheat meal, what would it be?
As like a proper meal.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Probably just like a pizza or something.
Just a pizza, classic. What do you get on your pizza? What do you-
I'm really boring with pizzas.
Oh,
I
you-
usually just have like a meat pizza or like a pepperoni or
Oh,
something.
pepperoni. Well, that is really boring. Anyone behind the cameras got any questions, John?
What's the mentality like in the dressing room before and after the game?
Before the game, like as I said earlier, we have like half an hour, maybe like 20 minutes before the coaches come in. So during that time, it's sort of like music on, like talk to each other, have a laugh, like all stuff like that. Sort of a bit jokey. And then when the coaches come in, it's sort of like music off, everyone sort of gets in the zone. And then just sort of focusing on the game because like the team talk, the team sheet, all of that stuff comes in. And then after the game, it sort of depends on the result, but that's sort of how it is for most teams. But like obviously, if it's like a big cup win, then it'll be like music on, everyone singing, stuff like that. But like if it's a loss that maybe we didn't deserve to lose, or even just a loss in general, it might be a bit more down, a little bit less speaking, music might not come on, and then
So it's a rainy, cold night, and you've just lost to your arch rivals 5-0. What's the mood like?
luckily that hasn't happened.
That hasn't
But
happened,
I
okay.
would assume the mood would not be very good. It would probably just be if it was that situation, it would probably just be dead silent in the changing rooms because no one would want to speak after 5-0 to rivals.
Has your manager ever given you the hairdryer? Has he ever completely lost his head yet, or not really?
Not yet, but
Not
I've
yet.
heard
Not yet.
I've heard stories about it.
They all have their moments, managers.
But like it's just the way football is.
Yeah.
Like if you can't deal with that, you won't make it anywhere because that's just sort of how it is, I guess.
it's not personal for managers, but they
Well, no,
they all have their moments.
I love all the managers,
Yeah.
but like obviously if you're doing something really wrong or
Yeah.
like if the whole team's just off it, no one's focusing, no one's working hard, that's the big one. Like
Yeah.
if you make a technical mistake, like you misplace a pass, like obviously like they'll just say like standards were better than that. But like if it's to the point where you're just walking around doing nothing, that's when they'll lose it, which I think is fair enough, to be honest. Like if I was a manager, that'd do my head in.
All right, anyone else? Thank you for watching. I hope you now know what it's like to be an academy footballer.